When was the last time you got a full 8 hours sleep for the whole week? Most likely, it has been years since you have consistently gotten good sleep. Let me guess what happened. You stay up at 3 AM one night, you've been scrolling on Reels, TikTok, whatever short form content there is. You wake up tired. Your body is begging you to stay in bed for just 5 more minutes, just 5 more minutes of sleep, but you gotta get up. In that moment, you swear to yourself, man, I'm gonna actually get good sleep tonight. I'm gonna sleep at 10 PM or whatever time that you make up in your head. The day goes on, you do whatever you need to do, you come home, and by the time you come home, you've completely forgotten about this promise that you've made. You eat dinner, you go brush your teeth, you lay down in bed, just one short, just one reel, it won't hurt. And then you know exactly what happens. You scroll a bit more, and you're literally back where you started the night before. We need to fix this. And you see, this was actually me for a while, and even before shorts and YouTube were out, I always had bad sleep. I would either stay up playing games, stay up watching YouTube, whatever it was, I would just be staying up late. I had so many false beliefs about sleep that it caused me to develop these disgusting sleep habits. I could do so much more work at night. I'll just make up for my sleep on the weekends. Man, I feel so much better after just 4 or even 6 hours of sleep. Man, I'm not like the others, I'm good. When I actually decide to go to sleep, it's too hard. I just scroll for a bit until I just daze off. Now, even you might have some of the excuses that I just listed. We're gonna get into this later, but I'm gonna completely debunk all of those excuses for you in this video. But first, and this is a must, we need to break down these myths that you have, or that you might have. You may not know, you might have these misconceptions, but we need to break them down in order for us to move forward and build new foundations, knowledge. First myth: catching up on sleep on the weekends, or just catching up on sleep in general. Let me explain. Sleep debt. People think that if you have a bad night's sleep, that you can just make it up on another day, and think that you can get a good night's sleep the next day and just make up all the hours that you lost not sleeping. And I wholeheartedly believe this. I used to sleep for 6 hours, and then on the weekends I'd sleep for upwards of 12 hours on the weekends. 12 hours. I thought I was making up lost time. I was wrong. And so are you. You cannot pay off sleep debt at the end of the week. It just doesn't work like that. Let me put it like this. Let's say I stop you from sleeping for a whole day. I lock you in some cage, got a gun to your head, you're not going to sleep. Something like that, right? I make you do an all-nighter. And then the next day, I give you as much time as you want to sleep. You can sleep 12 hours, 13 hours, 15 hours, wherever you want. You get to sleep as much as you want. And then the next day, again, I give you the entire day to sleep as much as you want. Let's say first day you slept 12 hours or upwards of 12 hours, right? Second day, most likely going to be sleeping normal 8, 9 hours, wherever, right? You can sleep as much as you want, even more. And then the next day, I give you all the time to sleep in the world. You can sleep the whole day. Let me tell you, you won't even be making up 60% of the sleep you lost. 60. By doing that all-nighter and resting, giving you all those days of rest, you can rest as much as you want during all those days, you'll be only making up half of the sleep that you lost, 50%. Now, isn't that crazy? You're still in about 4 to 3 hours of sleep there just from that one all-nighter. And bear in mind, this is if you're sleeping 12 hours on all 3 days, upwards of 12 hours on all 3 days. If you're getting just 8 hours of sleep on all 3 of those days, you won't even be making up 1/3 of your sleep there. But who even cares, right? Sleep isn't even that important. All the successful people don't even sleep that much. They're hard grinders, always grinding all the time, no need for sleep, right? Kobe fucking Bryant, arguably one of the most hardest workers to ever scrape the planet, said that in his career, his whole career, he completely regretted sleeping only 4 hours a night. Completely regretted it, because it caused him to have horrible games, and it caused him to play much worse than he could have. So guess what? He eventually fixed his sleep. Anyone, and I don't care who, anyone telling you they need to hustle more, fuck sleep, you don't even need sleep, hustle more, grind more, is spouting bullshit. I don't care who is it, trust me on this, it's bullshit. Now, if you want to actually get ahead of everyone, what you need to do is sleep hard and work hard. It sounds simple, but I'm telling you, literally, watch this video. It's gonna probably, I don't know, I'm arrogant, it's gonna have a high amount of views, right? Because most people, they don't get good sleep. They don't. Most people get horrible sleep every night. People even brag about, oh yeah, I only slept 5 hours last night, I was up doing it. Bro, I'm telling you, most people don't get good sleep. If you're working hard just as you're sleeping, bro, you're gonna be ahead of everyone. I promise you. But by the way, here's proof for the Kobe thing, if people don't believe me.
Seconds seconds left. LeBron's got it. Tillman on him. Lakers down 2. James off the window. Dillon Brooks picks up James. He wanted James. He gets him.
I don't care. He's old.
When you're rich like this, you don't check the forecast. Everything's gonna rain.
Let's say you're not convinced. You're still taking sleeps just a bit lightly, right? Well, I'm going to give you a list of the short to mid-term to long-term effects. Trust me, you're going to want to hear all of these. But let me just tell you this about sleep debt. The sleep debt can only accumulate so far until the bank closes. There's no more you can draw out. That's it. AKA increasing your chance, almost correlation with cancer and Alzheimer's. But I'll talk about that later on. So short term. This is like a bad night's sleep, 2 days of bad night's sleep, whatever you want to call it. It's just a short-term effects. You will start to experience micro sleeps. Now, micro sleeps don't just occur as soon as you wake up, right? People wake up with like 4-6 hours of sleep thinking, oh, I escaped it. I don't feel tired anymore. I'm fine. I can operate with 4-6 hours of sleep. Wrong. Eventually in the day, you're going to start to get micro sleeps, which is literally portions of your brain shutting down in order to try and acquire that sleep back. Think you feel good when you wake up? Trust me, that micro sleep's going to hit you and you're not going to know what to do. If you watch this video, you've probably experienced this before. You're in class and literally the teacher's saying something, your eyes become heavy and you blink and it's over. Class is over or she's on to the next point and you've missed points. Like you don't even know what's going on. Time is just warping around you. It's like a time-lapse PowerPoint. Time-lapse PowerPoint. Short though, only happens for 2 or so seconds, right? Doesn't really matter. Now imagine you're on the highway. You just got a bad night's sleep. You're fine. You woke up fine. 4 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep. That's fine. You're on the highway while you're driving. Just a little micro sleep. You're now in the other lane. Fuck. Dead. That's it. You're dead. No time to dot your I's, cross your T's, no time to do anything. You're now Judgment Day, or whatever you believe in, black screen for atheists or whatever. You get what I mean. You're dead. Because crashes from sleep deprivation are actually the most crashes. So they make up most of the crashes. Not the niggas speeding at 100 miles per hour, the people who don't get enough sleep. And here's you thinking, oh, two seconds is fine, micro sleeps is fine, I'll just get it back, right? No, but I don't even drive. I'm a kid, if like you're a kid watching this video. I don't even drive, I'm fine, right? Let's go into the midterm effects. So midterm, this could be from like just in the week you've been getting bad sleep, or this can span from literally from a few weeks to a few months. You've just been getting bad sleep, bad quality sleep, sleeping 6 hours a day, 5 hours a day. You get it. So midterm is when it starts to get serious. You'll now start to acquire some disease level debuffs. Your blood sugar would have dropped to pre-diabetic levels, which comes with a whole slew of other effects, but let me talk about the main stuff. Now, your testosterone will drop significantly. I'm going to talk about girls in a second, but for now we'll talk about boys. Your testosterone will drop significantly, and this is even worse for people in puberty, and if you're a man in general, as testosterone helps in mental health, stuff like that, right? Let me just outline some of the roles of testosterone in puberty and what happens if your testosterone drops during puberty. This is some of the stuff that you're not going to be able to have. You will grow significantly less. Your clavicles, which is the thing that makes your shoulders broader, will grow significantly less. Muscle growth will be severely stunted. Doesn't even matter if you go to gym or anything like that. Just from your testosterone tanking, it will be significantly harder for you to put on muscle. Your voice will not deepen as much as it could have. Your limb growth will be stunted, so your reach, arm length, leg length, it will be stunted. You'll have more of a baby or feminized face, or you'll continue to retain the features you had before you hit puberty. And this will cause less male dimorphism, which just means more male, like you look more like a male. So beard growth will be less. You won't have a prominent jawline. Your fucking brow ridge, which is the thing that makes your eyes like slant. Look, just know your skull shape. You won't look like a man. It won't be like a male masculine skull shape. Now obviously there's a whole slew of other things that I could go on, but we're going to move on to females now. So in females, we see things similarly with their FSH and their estrogen levels. They completely tank, but most importantly, it will be much harder for you to have children, significantly harder. Are you now starting to realize the consequences of not having good sleep? And this is just midterm. This could be from a week to a few months. Just 3 months of not getting good sleep. Alright, we're going general now. So your blood pressure increases, will creep up dramatically. It will be very easy, significantly more easier to put on fat, and you'll start to lose muscle much easier. Anxiety spikes. Increased risk of diabetes spikes. Sleep, direct correlation with depression. Immune system literally starts to deteriorate, so it will be much easier for you to get sick and to get diseases. High risk of heart attack and cardiovascular diseases, things like strokes. And studies have found that in the midterm, just the midterm, you have a higher chance for all of these things. Even suicidal thoughts like suicide, bro, come on, fix up. This is still all midterm. Now we're gonna get into the long-term effects. If you carry on this lifestyle for multiple months or even years, you will develop the two diseases that most people in the world are completely afraid of, and that is cancer and Alzheimer's. We have found direct correlation. I'm acting we as if I'm the one fucking doing scientists. People have found, scientists found, or whatever you call them, right, that there has been a direct correlation in the amount of sleep you're getting and your risk for Alzheimer's and cancer. Not a similar correlation, direct correlation. Of course there are other factors like genetics and stuff, but if you have no genetic disposition to develop Alzheimer's and you don't sleep, that we found a direct correlation to getting Alzheimer's, stuff like cancer. Now before, we didn't have this day at all. It was up in the air, does Alzheimer's and sleep really link? Because correlation doesn't always equal causation, but now we have the data. You see, if I were to lock you in a room for one day, just one day, and you didn't get any sleep, we see direct proteins associated with Alzheimer's and associated with cancer spike, completely spike up. See, the body has its own cleaning system. It's called the lymphatic system, right? Pretty sure I'm getting that right. I even take biology, so I should know this, right? Lymphatic system cleans up all the bad stuff that goes on in our body that accumulates throughout the day. Yeah, I'm simplifying it, but that's the gist of it. Now the brain has its own lymphatic system, and throughout the day you accumulate these Alzheimer's cells, you accumulate these cancer cells throughout the day, and when you go to sleep, your brain flushes and cleans all of them out. And this is the same thing with quality of sleep. So don't think, oh, I'm getting 8 hours of sleep, but you're snoring and you have sleep apnea, you're still getting horrible sleep. It doesn't matter. You're waking up in the middle of the night, you're not getting deep sleep. It's still bad quality sleep. By the way, for the people always wanting sources, the study was conducted by Macon Nedergaard. Now I'm sure by now you are convinced about sleep. You're convinced that you want to get good sleep, but you've been having trouble. Maybe you already didn't even need convinced, but you've been having trouble in general. You've just been having trouble getting to sleep, sleep routine, all of that. I got you. That's what this video is for. Now I'm going to get into the part where I actually tell you how to get good sleep. This is a full guide on sleep. Let's go. So firstly, your sleep routine actually starts from the moment you wake up. So the moment you wake up, you want to get out of bed, even if you're naked, I don't care, put on like a dressing gown or whatever, get out of bed and go outside. I don't care go outside. Be your back garden, anything like that. And I want you to look at the sky. Or if it's just in the morning and the sun is rising, you can look at the sun, but sometimes it can hurt your eyes, so I wouldn't really recommend it. But you can look at it if it's not hurting your eyes. What we're trying to achieve here is the photons from the sun entering your eyes. By the way, the sun doesn't have to be out. So if you live in the UK or anything like that where it's cloudy, the sun does not have to be out. In fact, you are just trying to accumulate as much photons as possible. And outside, there are significantly more photons than inside. Regardless of the light that you have inside, is almost 5 times the light. Trust me. Go outside, doesn't matter if it's cloudy, you're just gonna have to stay out there for a bit longer. 5 minutes if there's sun, 10 minutes if there's not sun. Now what are we trying to achieve? What does this even do? Now this is extremely important, as your body, it doesn't have eyes. It needs stimulus to determine what is going on in outside, what is going on in the outside environment, and what to do, determine on the outside environment, what to do based on the stimulus. So what happens when those specific wavelengths of photon enter your eyes? So it has to be when the sun just rises, when it's like at that crispy, yellowy, or I don't know, just when the sun rises, right? You will release cortisol. Now, obviously people are getting scared, oh, cortisol is a stress hormone. Trust me, when it's released at this time, it's good for you. It is good for you. And if you do this, you won't even need coffee. You're going to actually feel more alert throughout the day just because of this cortisol release in the morning and because you're getting the photons from your eyes in the morning. Now you cannot view this through a window. Through the window you won't be able to get as much photons as the photons are blocked by the glass. It can't be anything. You can't view from a car window, window pane, anything. You have to be directly outside. There are thousands, and I'm not even exaggerating here, thousands of studies just emphasizing how important this is for your routine. It is very important that you do this 30 minutes to an hour of after when you wake up. Now if you wake up earlier in the winter where there's no lights or anything like that, the sun doesn't come up when you wake up, I got you. What's also going to happen is when you wake up, you're just going to have more energy in the morning. This is if you do this consistently. If you wake up, you go outside consistently, you're looking at the sun, you're going to start to feel this. When you wake up, it's going to be easier to get out of bed because the sun, again, is telling your body, hey, we wake up at this time, so stop producing melatonin. That's making us want to stay in bed. Simple. If you can't get any light for that day or you wake up early in the morning, if you have bed, this is if you have serious amounts of bed, like a lot of bed, you can get artificial lights, but any artificial light other than that, it won't work. You're just gonna have to stay out for twice as long the next day. That's what you're gonna have to compensate. Now for the morning, we're gonna move on to temperature. We need to increase our temperature. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a cold shower. Yes, we're going to take a cold shower to increase our temperature. Let me explain. I know it doesn't make sense. When your body gets really cold, your brain says, hey, we're really cold, let's fix that. And it starts to produce more heat and it makes you hotter. That's why you only want to be in a cold shower for like 1 to 3 minutes. After that, just have a normal shower or just get out of the shower. Simple as. Don't need to stay in there for that long anyways. Now what this does as well, it will make you more alert, but most importantly, it will produce adrenaline and it will produce dopamine that will last throughout the day. Not the adrenaline, the dopamine will last throughout the day and it will help you to stay more focused in all the work that you do. It's quite OP. Now, stage 2 of your day, which is going to be the evening. Stage 2, second period of the day, which is the evening. But not when it's completely dark, but just when the sun is going down, sunset. What's the difference between the morning light and this light from the evening? Now this is due to the different wavelengths of light that the photons emit from the sun at higher and lower angles. When it's sunset, they emit different wavelengths. When these wavelengths hit your eyes, photons enter your eyes, it tells the body what time it is. It tells the body, hey, it's starting to become evening time, it's about to become nighttime. Yo, it's starting to get late in the day, we're going to produce this melatonin and we're going to start to get ready for sleep. It's quite easy to get this light. Most people get it after they're coming home from school, or if they're home, they can literally just go outside. Come home from work, you can literally just go outside to get it. It's not that hard. It's not as hard as getting it in the morning. Make sure you get at least 5 minutes of the sunlight in your eyes. If it's clear sky, if it's cloudy, 10 minutes, you get it. Again, this won't work if you're viewing through a window glass, pane, anything like that. It has to be directly you're looking at it. Now stage 3, it's nighttime. Now light, you need to avoid it at all costs. It doesn't matter what type of light it is. Don't listen to these people. Oh, you can have orange light on your phone. It's okay to be on your phone and be on a... Bro, any type of light is not good. It should not be entering your eyes. Obviously in an ideal world, we would love this, but the main thing you want is to just dim all the lights as possible. That orange feature on your phone is not going to cut it, bro. Same thing with your laptop. I'm just going to turn it orange and then I'm just going to use my laptop and I'll be able to go to sleep fine. No, it doesn't work like that. No light. Now if you do have to use technology, and that's not if you want to text your friends, and I'm talking about if you have to do schoolwork or homework or something like that. If you do, you want it as dim as possible. As dim as possible. Even try and find an app to make it even more dimmer, as dim as possible. Again, this isn't an excuse. I'm not telling you to go watch Netflix and make it really dim and try and cope. No, bro, no light. Corridors, lights off. Room, lights off. Everywhere in the house should be lights off. Now, of course, it's going to be harder and you won't really be able to do this if you don't own the house. So if you live alone, this will be easy for you. But if you don't, you live with your parents, all you need to do is turn off the lights where you're going. So for example, if you're going upstairs, turn off all the lights. If you're going in your room, lights should be off. Simple as. Overhead lights are the worst. This is because your eyes have literally adapted to absorb light at like a higher angle, right? Your eyes will literally absorb more light if it's above you. Now this is where stage 2 helps out. This isn't a pass, by the way, but it helps out. If you viewed evening light, obviously your body's going to realize, hey, I'm not going to be fooled by all this light. It was literally just evening just a while ago. I'm still going to produce this melatonin. Now again, this isn't a pass. The light will still affect your sleep significantly, just not as much. If possible, it'd be better for you to get a lantern or some candles, as they have very, very low lumens, but they allow you to see. Now for temperature in the night. Now we want to feel colder. We want to do the opposite of what we did during the morning. I want you to take a nice hot shower. Yes, You deserved it. You finish the day, you take a nice hot shower, and what this is actually going to do is actually going to improve your sleep, make it easier for you to sleep. Now the big problem most people have is that if you're not 1 to 3 degrees below your normal body temperature, your body physically won't let itself go to sleep. This is actually the reason people wake up in the night, obviously, other than sleep apnea. It's because their body temperature raises. Think about when you've had a nap. Anyone who's woken up from a good nap has realized that the only reason you wake up hot, you wake up sweaty, you just wake up crazy, right? But mostly because it's hot. Anyways, not only do you want to be cool, you want your room to be cool as well. Now the best way to do this is before you take a shower, I want you to fully open your windows and just open the blinds, everything, and then just go have your shower. When you come back, your room's going to be crisp, it's going to be cold, it's going to be nice and cool, and then you can obviously close your windows, make it sure you do what you want in it. But still keep them open so that it's cool, it stays cool and the coolness is maintained. Here's a strap. After dinner, you go and take a bath. So basically you want to be doing this basically when you're about to sleep. So you don't want to be, as soon as you get home, you take a bath. It's not how it works, no. After you eat or when you're about to go to bed, you open your windows, come up, open your windows, do as I said. Then you go, you take a nice hot shower, come back, sleep. What I do personally, I sleep with 2 layers and I sleep with my windows wide open so my room stays cold, but I have 2 layers on so I won't get cold and I'll be nice and warm. I promise you, you're gonna sleep like a boulder, not a rock. You're gonna sleep like a boulder. It's amazing, trust me. Try it, see if you like it. If you don't, then obviously do what you want. Still keep the window open though. Now, time. Time is a very important thing. What you want is you want to actually have no perception of time before you go to sleep. Because what happens is people they get on their phone, they realize it's like 12 o'clock and then they're like, oh my god, it's 12 o'clock, I should probably go to bed right now. They get stressed, they're not able to go to sleep. Trust me, you want to have almost no perception of time before you go to sleep. So like 30 minutes, an hour before, I won't check my phone or anything like that. I'll just be like, okay, it's probably a time for me to go to sleep now. But I don't know, I'll be able to gauge it. Like by the time I finished eating, it's 9 PM, I'm doing my routine. Come open my window, you know what I mean, the routine. Now your phone is going to get you the most. Please, as soon as you open your phone, because obviously if you have an iPhone or anything like that, when you open or shake your phone, or automatically the time just shows. Block it, do anything you can to stop the time. On a computer screen, just don't look at it, trust me. This is a core tenet that you can't break. It's going to make it much harder for you to go to sleep. Actually sleeping, getting to sleep. You're in bed, you've gone to bed right now, you're in bed. What do I do to get to sleep? Now, boosting sleep quality. Before you go to sleep, there's one thing you need to do to completely boost and improve your sleep quality. Tape your mouth shut. Now, I know many thoughts pop into your mind. What the hell is this guy talking about? Tape your mouth shut, it's gonna affect your lips. Hey, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. There's literally multiple studies, again, supporting this. Trust me. What this does is it forces you to breathe through your nose, which will significantly improve sleep quality. For most people, they breathe through their mouth when they sleep. People might go, oh, I don't breathe through my mouth. You don't know. Trust me, most people is literally, like, they just naturally breathe through their mouth when they sleep. And this will help your body practice nasal breathing, which improves airflow and air quality and sleep quality in general. And sleep quality is just as important as the amount of sleep that you're getting. Trust me, all you need is a thin strip. Don't go taping your whole mouth with duct tape. It will fuck you up. Trust me, I tried it. I did it. It fucked my mouth up. Thin strip going from the top of your lip, not above it, just the top of your lip here to the bottom of your lip here. That's all you need. Thin strip. If it's weird and you don't think you'll do it, that's fine. You don't have to, but I'm just trying to give you the value to help you for this video, right? Cool. We've done all of this. Listen to my steps. We're in bed. How do we actually get to sleep? Now, this is the actual fun part. Most people don't tell you this. I haven't seen any other person who talks about sleep on YouTube talk about this, but this is amazing, trust me. Now, if you have an imagination, this is going to be even better. Get some speakers or some headphones and connect them to your phone or some device. Now, just imagine the perfect setting to sleep in, your ideal sleep setting. So imagine an environment where it's just so relaxing, amazing. But obviously it has to be a night environment so that your brain, it'll help you sleep, trust me. Just make sure it's a night environment. Could be the shores of a beach at night, be a thunderstorm, could even be a late night walk throughout the sea while it's raining or while it's thunder. Could be a winter storm, could be sleeping on a ship at sea as the nice waves help you to sleep. You can even combine these. You could say you're in a tent and there's rain coming down. it's raining, you're in a tent, you're camping. Even though you're in your bed, of course, but you're camping, right? You just imagine yourself camping, a nice cozy place. All the settings I just described are literally at your fingertips. On YouTube, if you search, there's an ambience for everything, and I mean everything. Like, you can even get an ambience for being in the womb sounds, womb ambience. I'm not even joking. It's all at your fingertips on YouTube right there. Now for me, the best app to use is Headspace, and I'm not sponsored by Headspace. I'd love to though. Hey, it costs £10 a month. They have these things called sleep casts, and they have like a setting for anything. So there's some like it's a night train. It's like you're on Star Wars. Like I've seen Star Wars. Like it's every single saying you can think of. It's amazing. Like, and they tell a story as well. It's not just the saying. They'll also tell you a story. And then there's like a slider. You can like put how much ambience you want. You could just have 4 ambience, no talking. You could have more talking. You could have like a balance. You could switch. It's amazing. And that's what I've been using to get to sleep. But yes, choose whatever you're feeling for the night, still while avoiding looking at the time, still keeping your phone as dim as possible. Make sure you're using all your willpower to not click that YouTube short. Trust, bro, this is all you. This is willpower. I have a video on willpower, so I'm not going to get into it, but this bit is all willpower. Just don't click it. It's not that hard. If you don't have YouTube Premium, if you try and turn off your phone while the ambience is on, it's just going to cut out. So just charge your phone, put it face down, and you're good. Now, your mindset. I've noticed that mindset is actually so important when you're going to sleep. People think that going to sleep is a chore, but you don't realize you get to sleep. You literally, this is the one time in the day you have nothing to do. No responsibility. You get to sleep. Everyone loves sleep. Everyone should love sleeping. Bro, it's not, I have to go to sleep now. You get to sleep. You finally get to just relax, do nothing throughout the day. Sleep in your comfy bed. Come on. Be grateful. Some kid right now in wherever place, literally they can't sleep. They're getting bombed. They're getting hunted down. I don't know for sure, but they're literally, the slave trade is still going on right now. There's like slaves in Libya right now. Don't get to sleep. There's people in sweatshops. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be grateful that you even get to sleep right now. You get to come home from school after you've done everything, after you've worked hard for the day, achieving your goals and dreams. You get to sleep. Cool. Now that you have the ambience on, the second thing that you actually need in order for you to physically sleep, other than temperature, is your heartbeat. Your heartbeat has to lower. If your heartbeat doesn't lower, as I said again, you won't be able to sleep. You physically won't be able to. So what we're going to do deep breaths. But don't focus on the breaths too much, just deep breaths, right? What you want to do is relax and just focus on the ambience, right? Don't think about any other random thoughts as well, because that is also what gets people going and stops them from going to sleep. Trust me, focus on the ambience, just relax, deep breaths. Imagine you're in ambience, just visualize yourself lying down in whatever setting that you chose. You can choose the amount of seconds you want to breathe in for, right? It's got to be a nice deep breath. So I breathe in for like 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and then I'll breathe out. But it's very important that when you breathe out, you're breathing through your nose. If you've done a tape or whatever, then this is good. And when you're breathing out through your nose, don't force the breath. Just let it cut. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I didn't force the breath out that time. Some people, when they're doing it, they force the breath out. It's not good. You're not going to actually lower your heart rate by doing that. Trust me, this is the best way. And what's going to happen, you're going to actually feel tired. Like, your body will start to get a bit heavier. And that's when you can change your position in the position you want to sleep in for the night. And then you're good. You'll naturally just start to drift off. It's important as well that you keep your mind at bay. Don't start thinking about random thoughts. Again, just focus on the ambience. Doesn't matter what it is, you have homework due tomorrow, stressing about that isn't going to do nothing for you now. It's time for you to sleep so that you're ready to take on tomorrow. Keep breathing in and out naturally until you just eventually drift off. And that is the full sleep guide that helped me and that will help you. I'm guarantee if you followed everything, followed every step, it will help you and you will have consistent good night's sleep. Now if you made it this far in the video, then obviously it was a good video and it gave you a decent amount of value. Now if you want to join my private community, like-minded individuals willing to push themselves and actually work hard and achieve their goals, where we host weekly overview calls, I have one-to-one sessions with people, you get higher quality and more exclusive content from me, accountability partners, experts in chosen fields that you can help with. So if you want to get better flying, we have people in our community that are great at flying and are doing it at like the champion level. Not like UFC, but you get what I mean. They're experienced, you know what they're doing. Same thing with other subjects. We have people who are in physics in the community, like they're literally doing astrophysics. Like, it's crazy, I know. there's a lot of stuff, right? You can experience it for yourself if you want to. I'm obviously not going to show all my cards now, but yeah, the link will be in the description below, and it's £27 a month, so it's not too tough. That's like, it's like 90 cents a day, something like that. It's not too tough, and especially with our methods as well, you'll be making money to be able to get out of that. We'll be able to help you, like, bro, just join the community. Obviously you don't have to, not forcing you. Obviously, like my videos itself, like you don't really need any extra stuff. It's just if you want to take that extra step and want to improve faster. But yeah, that's the end of the video. We get a great night's rest, and God bless you, man. Peace.